Huge changes are coming soon to Diablo 4 to improve quality of life. We're going to be able to teleport directly to Nightmare Dungeons, and many other big changes were discussed by the Diablo 4 team in a segment today they called the Campfire Chat. I'm Stoyven, and welcome to my channel. I usually try to put out endgame high-level content for the Sorcerer in Diablo 4, but today I wanted to have a look at some of the exciting changes that were announced just moments ago. The Campfire Chats first started off with a milestone that I'd like to take a second to break down. They said that there has been 350 million hours played total by the Diablo 4 community since launch. This is just an insane metric. To put it into smaller numbers, that would mean that 7 million players would each have had to play 50 hours each. That's just incredible. One of the first changes they announced was how you can't have one place that's just way more efficient to farm than others. We saw this already happen multiple times throughout the first week of launch, and they nerfed dungeon after dungeon as the community basically moved, finding the next best place to farm. Mostly nerfs have been their philosophy, and no buffs to fight power creep, because if you just keep raising everything to the level of the strongest ability, it just ends up creating more work and more problems. But buffs will be coming a little bit, and I'm a little concerned with this. I hope that they get it right. I hope they don't overbuff things and recreate the problems that they had to do a bunch of nerfs to fix. But maybe there'll be a big plus side to this and enable some more Sorc skill variety, and maybe we won't have to use all 4 defensive skills anymore. On the subject of Nightmare Dungeons, they announced that they're going to be buffing the EXP we're getting from them in some way. They put out numbers in the hundreds of thousands potentially for monsters, or maybe 1 million for a boss. This would be significantly more than we're getting right now. Whatever they decide to do, a buff to Nightmare Dungeon XP would be greatly appreciated by the community. It'll make leveling your main characters or your alt characters just that much faster. You're also going to be able, and this is probably the biggest piece of news, you're going to be able to teleport directly to Nightmare Dungeons from town. The way it sounds like it's going to work is you're going to activate a new Nightmare Sigil. It'll show the Nightmare Dungeon on the map that you have to travel to normally, but a portal will be created in town that you can take to just instantly teleport inside the entrance of it. This is going to save so much travel time, and for a lot of people, one of the things that they dislike the most about farming Nightmare Dungeons, myself included, was just the long travel time to get there. Yeah, it was occasionally nice for picking up materials, but usually your horse just gets blocked by a barricade and some archers, and you have to dismount and deal with that little annoyance, and in general, it's just not a fun time heading there. So being able to teleport directly will be very nice. Another quality of life change that they said would be coming is that dangerous ground effects will be more easily shown on the ground. I think this is referring to the fire enchanted explosions or maybe poison enchanted explosions, just any kind of ground effects that just kill your character. Hopefully the lightning spinning affix also is a little more clear as a result of this, but I'm excited to see what's going to kill me before it kills me instead of just dying and then realize maybe I shouldn't have stood there. Renown also was addressed for the seasonal resets. For the first season especially, they said that the Fog of War on the map is going to be permanently revealed once you have revealed it on a single character. Even in non-season, you'll have your Fog of War revealed for you in the season. And Lilith altars, in addition to getting all the stats and bonuses that they provide, it sounds like they will be revealed on the map, and I think that means we will be getting the Renown for them. One last change that hopefully is coming in time for Season 1 is going to be they're upping the material caps for veiled crystals and maybe sigil powder and maybe some other things that a lot of players are either at cap or very close to capping. Currently the cap is 10,000 for all of these. You cannot hit 10,000. It caps at 9,999. That'll be pretty nice to see these caps removed. Maybe we'll get more of a use for these items in the future. There's still a lot that can be done with a lot of the various currencies. And lastly, a gem inventory is in the works. Your gems that are taking up space in your inventory and stash, these are hopefully going to be getting moved to their own separate gem inventory, and I'm excited to see what uses these have going forward. Well, that's about all the changes that I thought were noteworthy from this first campfire chat. If you have any other thoughts or opinions on these changes, please post in the comments below. I'd love to discuss them with you. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see other videos, especially high-end game sorcerer content, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you. Have a good day.